number of fantastic restaurants in Cherry Hill, but how many go out of their way to really help out the community? Well, I have a restaurant you need to hear about. This is Amici Ristorante. Hilary Ettenson with parkbench.com, and I'm here with Chef Alex Duka from Amici Ristorante.
Hi there, how you doing?
Much. Thank you so much for being here with me today.
Thank you for taking your time.
Absolutely. And so first off, tell me how Amici came to be, your background, why you wanted to start the restaurant.
I mean, we grew up with the business growing up since I was 10. My father and I, we had a restaurant back home. And step by step, I did culinary arts in Torino, in northern Italy. From there, 20 years ago.
Region?
Yeah.
I know, those are the wines I like, so.
Yeah. And then came to America to study, couple travel, work and travel, and then never went back. But that's what I've been doing for all my life, you know, starting from the dishes.
Working your way up to chef.
Correct. We learn every day. It's a live and learn experience. We, the day you stop learning, that's the day you are not doing good. So
I would
we are
completely agree
open
with
to
that.
new ideas every day. We try to learn new ways, what people like, and we'll take it from there.
And what about the name? Where did the name Amici come from?
The name, actually, we thought to put a name that starts with A, and as well, I wanted to put something like that. The concept is being a friendly restaurant, and Amici means friends in Italian.
Oh, okay.
So that's why we call it Amici, so where friends meet, for people meet and everything.
Love it.
Where
And as you can
people
hear
gather
downstairs,
together.
there are a lot of people here today.
Yes, it is. I mean, we are very popular. We've been 9 years in business. We did the grand opening yesterday, and it's been a great run so far.
Well, I would love for you to tell everybody, you just mentioned, been in business 9 years, but the grand opening here, I would love for them to know why it's new here and what the old business is now.
Yeah, it's, we started in the ship center, like 100 feet away from here. And the opportunity came in the door. We got the new location. This location been here 170 years, and it's been a farmhouse for a while. Then was converted into franchise in 1984. For 34 years was ran into French cuisine, and then somebody purchased in 2016, converting to a farmhouse restaurant. Then I purchased the building in 2019 because they put it for sale. The opportunity came in the door, we got it. We always wanted to own something, so it happened. Just 3 months before the COVID.
Yes.
So we didn't have much luck.
Well, tell me about what the old location is now, because I still see the sign up.
Absolutely. The old location we converted into large groups, like private events only. We can do 2 restaurants together next door, but I prefer to have a location where we do private events, and anybody that come in, they love what we are, what we do. They can have events over 40 to 50 people. It's like the capacity under 50, we keep it in house because we have this beautiful private room here, and then over 50, we keep in the other location.
Okay. Do you also do private catering at all?
Absolutely. We do a lot of private catering in the people houses, where we take over the house and we do from A to Z, everything from cooking to cleaning to organizing to bring the tables in.
So
we do it all. Yeah, but most of all, we are focused inside.
Okay.
Like right now, we have more than we want the business. We don't want to be humble, basically. We want to please everybody that comes that door. We are booked 2-3 weeks in advance for the new location, so we try to please everybody, but it's not possible. We are not perfect.
No.
We try to improve, and day by day, we'll get there.
And as you said, every day you're learning.
Yes.
Every day you're probably seeing what is working, what isn't working.
Absolutely. I mean, this business never ends. You always have something new out there. You know what I mean? I worked in Manhattan most of the time, my 20s, and then in North Jersey, worked with great chefs from Europe. They came. My boss Gus, he used to get a lot of French chefs every 6 months we get somebody new for new ideas. It was a French restaurant on Hudson River called Le Jardin. We did an amazing business there. And we always learned. I thought by being 12, 13 years in New Jersey, I know everything about the restaurant. No. I was nowhere of learning. We learn every day. When I opened my own, I thought that, oh, I know everything. No, it's not true. You keep learning. You don't know what's behind. Run the business is not just cooking. A lot of people say, oh, I'm a chef. I'm ready to open a restaurant.
Mm-hmm. And it's two completely different sides to a restaurant.
Correct. I mean, we learn every day, but it's so much involved in it. You know, I opened the place. I said, okay, I thought I knew everything, but I don't know anything.
But I knew how to cook,
but that's it.
Yeah, but that's so important.
Managing
the fact that
is
you
another.
Know that you can say, I don't know everything, but I'm open to still learning.
Absolutely. It's every day we learn, every day. And what the customer want, how they want it, how do you answer to people. It's a very touchy business.
Yes.
Depends how you talk, how you raise the voice. If you raise the voice, even if you say it in a nice way, people not gonna like it.
People.
But you know what? We learn every day, and we can be perfect. Definitely owning a business. I want to make sure everybody that comes that door, it's pleased. And it's been a challenging time. Let's put it this way, from the help to everything else.
So talking about the challenging time, you talked about how this was supposed to open. You know, you bought it right before COVID hit. What helped you get through, you know, the really bad sections of the pandemic when restaurants were closed, there was no indoor eating, you know, how were you able to sustain and keep the business going?
Well, around March, when March 16th, I guess, was the Monday when they closed down, the government said we're gonna close down the restaurants. We didn't know what's happening. Mm-hmm. So everybody was in shock. And I told my people, I said, listen, everybody can come here to work, doesn't matter whether busy or not busy. We'll figure out a way how to. And then after a week, I had the waitress coming in and say, Alex, you know, I'm trying to get unemployment, but it's not working. Everything is crashed. All the computers are shut down. I really have no money to get going. I said, you know what, here's $500. Get something, buy something in groceries and stuff. And if you want food, come every day and grab food here. Because she didn't feel safe being out there working. And I said to myself, how many people are like her out there that having a hard time? Imagine have kids and stuff.
And are afraid to ask.
Correct. Afraid to ask. And I said, you know what, let me put something online. We have many people following us. We have a full staff. I want to donate at least some food to the people in need. And we published something around Wednesday. And we had many, many people, which one I never knew who they are. I just told them in table, we put like table numbers in front of the restaurant, no contact. They say, I want 5 meals, 7 meals, 6 meals. I'll just bring them up, no question asked. And the community took it, was a big support for anybody out there. They say, you know, this guy just came out of nowhere after 9 years. Like you have businesses that have been here 50 years, they're not doing anything for the community. Yep. Maybe not everybody, but most of them. We're gonna support him, right? And when I saw the big feedback, and we have the TV station coming in, ABC, TNBC, and all the TV stations, and wanted to interview me, and I said, that's big. What I did, I started small. And when they were supporting, correct.
The word got out.
And then we took it from giving free food to everybody in need. They would come pick up the Amici, bring it to the all healthcare workers, to all the first responders out there, bringing food to everybody. Every week would bring $4,000 or $5,000 to the first responders because they were risking their life to save others in a very difficult time at the time. Then, you know, of course, after a couple of months, everything went back to normal. People started receiving checks. People started receiving unemployment. So everything went back to normal. But for the first 2-3 months was tough.
Did you do a lot of, takeout business? Or?
Absolutely. I mean, my sales were higher than the year before because just the community was there helping out and trying to help us out what we were doing for our cause.
And I know, personally, when word got out what he was doing, it was kind of like this is the person to support. This is the business
Correct.
who is caring more about the community as a whole, caring about not just your own staff, but everyone else's staff. And it's, that told people, okay, this is the business I want to support. This is the business I don't want to see closed during this time.
Absolutely. And there were a lot of people then, after a month, I saw Food for Staff or something was a big company that would merge all the restaurants together. I also did with them. But I wanted to do it my own. I didn't want to join nobody. I wanted to see whatever I could afford to be out there. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Small help always is a help. So let's put it this way.
And I think people thinking about that is the reason why it is so loud and crazy downstairs now that it has opened. The appreciation is there. People want
it's
to
amazing.
This.
We live in a great community. Let's put it this way. I was a North Jersey guy, where I was working in Manhattan for many years, and come to the town. I studied a little bit about demographics and everything, but it's an amazing town to live in.
So talking about the town of Cherry Hill and why we love it here, why did you look at this location, and what is it about this town that you love?
Where I came to help and see somebody, a friend of mine, and also have cousins in South Philly. So I was coming in from North Jersey, coming in. At one point, I said I'll open something on my own, and I really love the area here because it was convenient to everything. So I Googled, I called a couple of companies, I figured out which one has a restaurant for sale, the real estate. And it was real estate in Collinswood, actually, the Main Street real estate. They find the location I was in. I asked, I went around, I made an offer, and then they accept the offer after a couple of weeks. So we decided to come in. But that's why I opened a second location. It's because very convenient, and we have a great clientele, very educated. They know what they eat. They know what's good food. We are not the perfect guys out there. We always can improve in the food section, but we're tempting to create new things and put something new out there on the table. So,
are there certain things that you kind of have to keep on the menu for people?
Absolutely. We'll keep the basics all the time. What people like, we never move it. That's how.
What are some of the most popular dishes?
Most of the seafood dishes, they go a lot,
okay.
yeah. We can very easily call it Amici Seafood Restaurant because we sell over 60% of sales. They're all seafood, yeah. People love seafood.
It's delicious.
Yes. And that's basically it. I mean, so far so good. With the new location, it's been challenging because it's a new house. So we try to figure out everything, but we're getting better every day, day by day.
Now, I would love to talk to you about just your life in general, outside the restaurant. Most people know having a restaurant can be all consuming. This is not your typical 9 to 5. It's long hours, on your feet a lot, but I'm hoping you do have some things outside of work.
I mean, we try to make time, for family. If you don't put, you can't be 100%, but especially having like a new restaurant, you gotta be here. It's been like 4 months for me, no day off.
Yeah.
And you always have to balance between family and business. But this business, as you said before, it takes a lot of time for you. We try always to put that I want to go once a week out to dine out and dine in what other people do and taste different foods.
See what else
and
is out there.
Of course, we go in Philadelphia, we go to different restaurants here, and there's so many choices. I love food, so it's for me fun. It's going.
I would hope you love food.
Absolutely.
So you talked about how you've got to have a very loyal clientele. Any particular memorable experiences with a guest, whether it was a party that you threw or just a family came in for dinner, you figured it would just be normal guests coming in to have dinner, and there was just something about it that just struck you, remind you, just a memorable experience?
I mean, we have so many experiences like this. We create memories with the big parties, especially, like we have engagement parties and birthdays and stuff. We have like sometimes babies that were born when we opened the restaurant. We did the christening, and then now they're 9 years, same years at the restaurant. So it's an amazing thing. But it's one thing about good places, most of the restaurants you go, we create memories, and we try to be out there. You have to appreciate everybody that comes to that door. You don't know who you're dealing with. Some people might like having a soup for lunch, But many waiters out there, not my people, might think, oh, just having a soup and not gonna spend a lot of money. No, that they can have a soup tomorrow, can have a party, and everybody have to be treated in a proper way. Whoever works in that door.
You don't know their
You don't know.
backstory.
You don't know.
Can't judge it based on something they might have ordered.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we are here. We've been doing this for years. Like I said, we are learning every day. It's not such a thing. I know everything now.
You've had a lot of things change over the past, even just a couple months, let alone the past year. Is there anything else you would love to see from the restaurant, from your staff, from the community over the next couple of years?
Just opening a place. So we want to keep improving what we have here. We have a gorgeous location, and I want to make sure whoever comes that door is pleased. That's my focus in a couple of years. As right now, I want to be focusing 100% on the new location. And by the old location, we only do like small parties, like on weekends only. I don't promote anything. I just want to focus here. So we did construction for 2 years in a row for this building. So I want to make sure I improve in every direction. So
Are you going to have the outdoor seating all year, with heaters and stuff?
Yes.
Or more focused on kind of spring, summer weather?
My patio is pretty much 100% enclosed. I hope that I can use it all year round. With heaters and everything, yeah.
It's beautiful out there with the lights up and everything.
Absolutely,
It's
yeah.
beautiful.
We always can improve. We have a project next year to put like a fountain, a couple fire pits and a wall, so we'll do it nice. But as right now, we just open up the way it is, so we have to go through permits and stuff with township.
How are you able to juggle the different roles, of chef, trying to make sure that the food, as you said, that the food evolves, that it doesn't get stale, that it's always as best as possible, but also now being in charge of, the front of the restaurant, keeping the guests happy and your staff?
You have to be a multitasking. If you're not a multitasking in small businesses, then
It's
you
not
can
for
make
you.
it. It's not for you. So I try to do like split up days by days in the morning to do things, and then be behind the kitchen and make sure everything runs smoothly. I have the same people from day one in the kitchen, so it makes it very easy for me to keep me going. My sous chef been here from day one.
So whatever, they know what to do.
Absolutely. So I'm there, and I have a friend of mine actually just came in from New York to help me out with the new location because I have so many things going on right now. But every night I'm cooking over there, and by having my friend as well help me out, it's been a great time because, as you know, it's been very tough to get people out there. But keeping the people during the pandemic was very easy for me to get me going. I know a lot of restaurants out there, a lot of businesses out there having a tough time to find people.
Yes.
Yeah, and people don't work.
No.
You know what I mean?
But I think with your staff, knowing the way that you cared about the community, knowing the way you cared about them, I'm sure they feel the need and the want to keep you going and support.
Absolutely. It's a one hand washes the other. So my people, they were working during a pandemic, risking their life also, being out there, and a lot of people were scared to go out for the first couple of months. But they were there with me. They were my right hand. Whatever I was doing, they were supporting my goals. So without them, I could have done it for 9 years.
Yes.
So they've been there for me, and I'm there for them. So without a good team, you cannot have a good restaurant, or you can have a good business. So you must have a good team to keep you going.
Completely. Without it, it's meaningless.
Absolutely.
Now, finally, I would love to ask you and have you to tell everybody why it's so important to shop local and support local businesses like yours.
It's shopping local is the best way because we support each other, the small business especially. And anything I did, even getting let's say when I started to build this building, I made sure I get my interior designer local, my architect, my engineer, everybody's local. Why? Because I'd rather spend it to somebody that appreciates. I support them, they support me, so that's how it works, pretty much.
Well, Chef Alex Duka, thank you so much for being here. Just in case, if you need a new restaurant to try in Cherry Hill, please come to Amici Restaurant, and don't just take my word for it. I should probably tell you my mother has been here 3 times in the past 2 weeks, so It is good. I wish you could hear the noise downstairs. It is packed. The food is delicious. And as you have just found out, this is the type of business to support.
Thank you very much for the interview.
So
I really appreciate it, and I wish you all the best with the journey you're doing.
Absolutely.
Great job
Thank
with
you.
the small local businesses.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
And once
Thank you
again, Hilary Ettenson with
Alex
parkbench.com
Duka.
from Amici Restaurant.
Ciao, ci vediamo.